Hello and welcome back to Boring Dad Gaming, where today we're going to be taking another look at Football Manager 2022 and discussing tactics for the GEGENPRESS system. This is the second video. In the first video I went through the 4-3-3 formation and the various roles that make up the GEGENPRESS system and the various team instructions and stuff. This is going to be a shorter video because I'm just going to be taking a look here at the 4-2-3-1 variant of the formation. It's very similar, really. All you're really doing is substituting a defensive midfielder here for an attacking midfielder. So I won't go through everything. I suggest watching the first video because I'll go into a little more detail about the various defensive roles and stuff, which are exactly the same in this formation as they were in the 4-3-3 formation. So I'll talk about the main difference here, which is this number 10 position, effectively. So this is someone who's going to sort of sit behind the main striker, sort of in the middle of this final third area of the pitch, and his role really is to fashion choices both for himself and for one of the other attackers. And don't forget, these inside forwards are going to be running in a lot and ending up, in that kind of position. I tend to play with advanced playmaker here, and we'll talk about the various options here. So with an advanced playmaker, they're going to be dropping into the holes between the opposition's midfield and defence, making himself available for passes and aiming to turn defence into attack in an instant. And with an attack duty, which we've got, he'll look to run at the defensive line from deeper positions, aiming to craft out crossing or through ball opportunities as he moves into the final third. So although it's someone who, will score goals, it's very much more of a creative role. We're really playing essentially a three-striker system here with these inside forwards. So this guy is going to be pulling the strings and fashioning chances out for those three. And don't forget, we've also got the fullbacks who are charging up and getting crosses in as well. With the attacking midfielder role, he's going to be operating in a similar sort of area. And perhaps this is more of a goal-scoring choice. If you feel that maybe you're playing with a pressing forward and you're playing with an attacking midfielder here to, almost interchange with each other and both have chances at goal, it could be effective. But I prefer to play with very much a number 9 up front, and this playmaker is a good choice to support them. So we'll talk quickly about the makeup and central midfielder. We'll have another box-to-box role. I really like these because they can, join at both ends of the pitch and just get involved pretty much anywhere and just be a bit of an all-rounder. And if you choose someone with lots of stamina and work rate, they're going to be a proper engine for the team as well. So we like that. And to add a bit more sort of defensive stability now in central midfielder, I've added the ball-winning midfielder role. And as it sounds, this is someone who's going to ostensibly play in central midfield, but very much look at breaking up attacks, getting tackles in, and just adding a bit of defensive solidity into the centre of the pitch. Otherwise, the defence and goalkeeper roles are the same. Also the same are the instructions. I'll quickly just put these screens up just so you can see them, but I won't talk through the changes because there are no changes. This is exactly the same as with the 4-3-3 I looked at in the first episode. So feel free to pause the video there if you want to look at those in more detail. And as with the 4-3-3, I've also added a less intense variant, something that we're going to use fairly often in matches just to preserve players' fitness and make sure they can last longer on the pitch. Less chance of getting injured, and importantly, less chance of conceding late goals. So it's pretty similar. The only changes really here are that the ball-winning midfielder I put in a defensive mindset, just so he's even more focused on keeping possession, breaking up attacks and tackling. And the fullbacks also are in an automatic mindset, so that as you change this mentality, they will adapt to meet the needs of that mentality. I've gone with balanced again, just to bring the intensity level down. You see, if we compare it to the first position we looked at, you see the intensity there is very much in the red, not quite maximum, but getting on for it. And this is much lower, and the players can play this for longer without getting too tired. And the instructions, again, are the same as with the less intense variant of the 4-3-3. So if you've watched that first video, this will be exactly the same. I'll just bring it up here on screen just so you can see for yourselves. And that's it. That's the 4-2-3-1 variant of the GEGENPRESS, which I like. It's it's maybe slightly more attacking, but as I said, for teams that expect to be dominant within their leagues, it's a nice choice. If you don't think you need to be quite as defensive, playing with a dedicated defensive midfielder. And there we go. So thanks for watching. If that was helpful, it would be great if you could hit the like button and maybe consider subscribing to the channel. In the meantime, I'll see you next time for more Football Manager 2022 tips, including game management, which we're going to look at next time, applying these intense and less intense formations during games to manage fatigue. And after that, we're going to look at some suggested signings for the various roles within the team that I've found useful throughout different campaigns in Football Manager 2022. So thanks very much for now, and I'll see you next time.